It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Arizona Cardinals under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Cardinals. State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
To return is Greg Dortch. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the number one overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. To be this small, but this fast and have that much arm talent, you just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury. I think he's ready to prove that he was worth that number one overall pick just a few seasons ago, and he considers himself one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL now that he...
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They go play action with Murray. Pass right side, that's Ryman. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. Can read and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice game.
On 3rd down, Murray. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
For so many years, Mike, the conversation was, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL? And I think now, after winning back-to-back Super Bowls 3 and 4 years, it's not so much, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL now? It's, is he entering the conversation as being one of the best quarterbacks of all time? I certainly am one of those people that believe that's the case. He has a chance through the rest of his career, now not even being 30 years old, to accomplish a lot of things that are unheard of at the NFL level. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. First down, a pickup of 9.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Third and a yard. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly match in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
He's got it inside the 5. He is in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Dortch now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There was tight coverage all across the field. I think the quarterback thought he had the arm strength to fit this one into a pretty small window, but the defense wasn't having it. They were all over it, and I think the quarterback actually got away with one there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
First carry for James Conner. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. We'll try and run for this with Conner. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Taken at the 19. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Chiefs offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion right. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing is Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They motion a receiver right. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Mahomes now to throw on second down. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
They put Kelsey in motion. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Man in motion is Brown. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Butker now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Dortch now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cardinals offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Murray now off the bootleg. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 14-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the zone read, given to Connor. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll go right back to Connor. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. They'll go again here to Connor. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty clear coming into this game that this offense felt that they had a distinct advantage running the ball. It was a matchup that they thought all week went in their favor, and so far the results indicate that they were spot on.
Murray on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
On 1st down, Murray. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's into the end zone. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Arizona. Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's now 14-7. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. On the return, here's Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. He'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Man in motion is Brown. Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. Third and 6. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. Incomplete to Brown. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
It is brought in the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Now Butker to add the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Cardinals offense and receiver Michael Wilson headed back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On the give, this is Connor. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, it's Murray. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. 11 yards on the pass there. It's good for a Cardinals first down. Now Murray keeping it himself. Oh, he coughs up the football. It's pulled in by the Chiefs.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, the ball is the #1 priority and it cannot be stressed enough.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
He'll get that one complete to Rice. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Mahomes. That is caught at the 3. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a 1st down. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He puts it up, and it's caught. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, KC. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Dortch now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They go play action now. Murray. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. On second down, here's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's to the right side and incomplete. Throwing again is Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Third and long. Again, it's Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground. Cards going to signal for their third and final timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. To first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals will cut into that lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime, and the visitors, the Chiefs, out on top as we send you to Orlando. Going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. First and 10 for Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On second down, Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. Here's a third down and 4. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They put Kelsey in motion. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. A short one caught by Kelsey. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Off the play fake, Mahomes. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Dortch now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, heading left, it's Connor. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Murray now on 2nd down. Off he goes. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read, the defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Murray. Got a man downfield, it's Wilson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
These wide outside the number throws, this is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. From the gun, it's Murray. He pulls it in around the 5. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Here's Murray to throw. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
These are the plays that drive a coach crazy. 3rd and goal. You put the ball into the hands of your quarterback and you trust them to make good decisions. But in this case, once there was nowhere to go with the ball, once all the throwing lanes were taken away, this ball needs to come out. You cannot take a sack and make 4th and goal that much more difficult.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The home team's offense, and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're going to try to keep it going. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun, and this is Connor. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. The penalty yardage certainly helps. Now it's 3rd down, and they need 5. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Here in the second half, you find yourself trailing late. Every single possession is critical. You can't waste any of them. But now, after that 3rd down sack, got to imagine a punt is coming. The likelihood of a comeback just continues to go down.
The Cardinals lining up for a punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Second down and 3. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. Now, a carry, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On third down, Mahomes. Open man, that's the tight end, Gray. And he will get into the end zone. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Butker now for the point after. He's got it. And the Chiefs will extend this third quarter lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. We'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Second and 7. Play action now. It's Murray. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I can promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
On third down, Murray. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping him short on third down. Brings up fourth, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
They'll run for it, and it's Connor. And he's going to have a Cards first down. And more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2. Here's Murray. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. On play action, Murray. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Murray. He runs with it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On 1st and 10, Murray. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run with Connor. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Murray. He's got his receiver, it's Jones. 11 yards on the connection there. It's an Arizona 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17. Second down and 8. Murray looking to throw. He'll get that to Wilson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Now, Murray on the bootleg. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down 8-yard line.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Now a give running left. It's Connor. And he will power his way into the end zone. James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Ryland for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals are able to cut into the deficit. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Pacheco. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Patrick, and that is incomplete.
Nice job there by the defender. He's able to break up the pass, but I think if he's able to get there just a little bit sooner, now you can get 2 hands on the ball and give yourself a chance to come down with an even bigger play and come away with the pick.
And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. 1st and 10. Throwing Murray. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Murray. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
First down throw for Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw again is Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Taking off. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A gain there of 21. It's an Arizona 1st down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Murray gonna hand this to Benson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Murray. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. And now they'll try to finish up strong. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A handoff to Pacheco. Pacheco, 1st down and more. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. So, it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from Glendale.